Okay, so it is now like turbo hot in my room. So I'm really hoping I don't have a stroke in the middle of recording this video, but let's hope nothing bad happens. Because recording this video right now is a massive struggle. But like, yo, more importantly, random singles on Arcnets again, back at it, got a suzerain randomly. So W first copy, got the slow, Q-Buy is back. But yo, anyways, so today I'm going to be talking about Robin and how does she fare towards the two meta harmony characters being Sparkle and Ruan Mei. So as we do know, Sparkle and Ruan Mei are practically the harmony sports dominating the meta right now. Primarily Ruan Mei due to the fact that she is like the universal queen of Starro as we know so far. Sparkle is close to that level, but right now she is mainly just pretty much not operating on one, technically two teams. Those two teams being mainly with Dot especially because they don't need the crit. And then two, Blade or Jinglu because you're better off taking off her and taking someone like Bronya instead because they're very skill point efficient. Doesn't mean you can't use them though, so I'm not going to count that team in general. Mainly just a Dot, but Ruan Mei works on every single team. So now I'm going to be talking about Robin and how does she fare on the teams. Is she as good? Does she replace them? Or all that kind of stuff. The Harmony support role is very, very, very competitive, so Robin is competing at a very, very high stake when it comes to this role. So let's see how she fares. So pretty much I'm going to be talking about Sparkle strengths, Ruan Mei strengths, Robin strengths, where each is better than the other, which one's best, and all that kind of stuff. And then obviously answer the question if she replaces any of them in the end of the video. Before I get to the video, drop a like, drop a sub, hit the bell icon so I don't have a stroke, and let's go straight into it. So first let's go by order. Let's talk about Ruan Mei first. This video for the most part is going to assume that you, the viewer, does have knowledge on why these characters are really good. I'm going to be very briefly going over what makes them really good and what each character provides and how good they are on each teams. So in order, Ruan Mei was first, let's talk about her first. So as we do know, Ruan Mei, she is this crazy harmony support character that provides so much for the team. With her being very, very skill point positive with her skill lasting 3 turns, and not only that, her skill gives everyone damage increase and also gives weakness break efficiency. Any DPS does benefit off weakness break efficiency because break in this game is very good. When you break their bars, very, very nice. Combining that with her ult that can straight up extend the weakness break when the enemy recovers. You have this crazy break support that is not just a break support for break characters, is also just very good with anyone. Her ult also does provide everyone with all type res pen, so when you are inflicting weakness damage, it is so much stronger. Not only being provided all type res pen, and a weakness break extension, weakness break efficiency, and damage, she also gives you 10% speed. Your entire team gets 10% speed, which is absolutely insane. And not only that, when someone does weakness break the target, Ruan Mei deals more break damage to them based off her ice break damage. So not only is she providing you with a bunch of support, she's also giving some damage of her own. Not only that, with you looking at her bonus traces, she also does give everyone damage increase even more, with 10% of her break effect exceeding 120%. So every 10% of break effect Ruan Mei has that exceeds 120, skill additionally increases allies damage dealt by 6% up to a maximum of 36%. So you take the amount the skill gives, if you have up to the maximum amount you need, which would be 180% break effect, you take what the skill gives and you add 36% to that. So very, very good. Very easy to get ult with her, and she also gives everyone break effect on top of what she already gives. So Ruan Mei, practically with everything she gives, works with every single DPS in the game. Every DPS in the game benefits from speed. Every DPS in the game benefits from weakness break. Every DPS in the game benefits from all type res pen. Every DPS in the game benefits from damage dealt. So Ruan Mei is this character that just practically gives you everything. She doesn't give crit, but there are some characters, again, mainly just Dot characters that don't benefit off crit, so she just fits in this role where she still just gives everyone what can benefit them. So she's this character, enables double DPS, you can use her on hyper carry teams, you can just use her on anywhere. Ruan Mei just works everywhere. Shying away from Ruan Mei, let's now talk about Sparkle. So Sparkle has this absolutely broken skill, which gives someone a 50% action forward, but not only that, gives them a ton of crit damage. So popping a skill on an ally will give them a 50% action forward and a bunch of crit damage. Sparkle also makes it to where she just practically makes you have an infinite supply of skill points, overcapping your skill points, giving you a bunch of skill points. And not only that, outside of crit damage, she also does give damage dealt, and with the ultimate, that damage dealt by the town increases. Stacks, very, very good. One of her bonus traces actually gives everyone attack percent, and if they are quantum, you get more, but that's pretty negligible. And she's also very, very easy to get ult with, practically just needing 3 procs of the skill to get her ultimate. So Sparkle really is just this character that provides you so much crit damage, so where you can do so much damage, giving you a 50% action forward to who you select, and also giving you damage dealt, attack percent, and practically making it to where you can infinitely spam your skill. Though she's also another character that technically does enable dual DPS, but she is mainly best on someone that's like a hyper carry. Pairing her with someone like Danheng is ideal. She works fantastic with someone like Acheron. She does definitely have the most value when the center core of your team's DPS is just one character. While she still does support the team when there are two DPSs, she mainly works best with a hyper carrier 1. And now finally talking about Robin. So Robin is this character that doesn't do anything super unique besides one thing. Actually, I'm going to say two things because her skill gives 50% damage down to everyone, nothing new. Very skill point positive though. But her entire unique kit comes from her ultimate. So what makes her ultimate unique is, one, she gives everyone attack percent scaling off her own. That's not anything too unique, but what the unique part is one, she gives your entire team an immediate action. So when everyone on your team's done and it's her turn, you can pop the ult, suddenly everyone on your team has another turn, which is absolutely wild, insane for damage output. And she also has this thing, when she is in her concerto state, she can't do anything, but when someone does deal damage, she deals additional physical damage based off her attack that has a guaranteed chance to crit, and has crit damage set at 150%. So while she is in her ult state, she does this additional physical damage. So you pop the ult, you give everyone attack percent, scaling off her own, you give everyone another turn, and when anytime someone attacks, they deal additional physical damage. She also does give everyone a bit of crit damage, not too much to be noteworthy, and she also does give even more crit damage dealt to follow-up attacks, which again, if you're not using her on a follow-up attack team, then it's sort of ignorable, because she does work on most teams. And she's one of these supports that you actually do not need to build speed on. Because of her bonus trace of having a 25% action forward when the battle begins, you can actually give her an attack percent boot, just so she is able to have a better scaling with her ultimate, giving everyone more damage. So TLDR for these three characters: Ruan Mei gives you damage dealt, weakness break efficiency, all type res pen, weakness break extensions, speed, break effect. She just gives you anything anyone can benefit from. Sparkle gives you a ton of crit damage, 50% action forward, abundance amount of skill points, damage dealt and attack percent, while Robin gives you damage dealt, a little bit of crit damage, gives your entire team another chance to attack, everyone gains attack, and she deals additional physical damage. So before I talk about where one might be better than the other, let's answer the main question of, does Robin replace either of these characters? Overall, is she better than any of them? To get this out of the way, the answer is no. The value of Ruan Mei is still at the very top. The value of Sparkle is still second below Ruan Mei. Robin does sort of fall into the category of the other Harmony supports, something like Bronya, or you could also argue that she's still higher on that priority list because she does work a lot better on her niche team than anyone else, but she's not like anywhere considered a must-have character like Ruan Mei or potentially Sparkle is. So the short answer is Robin does not replace Ruan Mei in the priority list, does not, or is she better or anything. She's a fantastic Harmony support character, but she does not dethrone either of these two Harmony supports. But now, let's sort of talk about where they are better than each other so far. So Ruan Mei, as I did mention, it's very easy to talk about her. She works on literally any team you can think of. She gives you everything anyone can benefit off of: damage dealt, weakness break efficiency, break effect, speed. Everything she gives just works with everyone. It's not like she has crit, where some characters might not really care for that. So Ruan Mei is practically just a Harmony support you can slap on any team. Sparkle, on the other hand, works the best on a hyper carry team. Running over with a hyper carry that is skill point hungry, someone like Danheng especially. Very, very, very good with Acheron. Fantastic on Mono Quantum with Zele or QQ. Fantastic if you're doing a hyper carry Jing 1. Practically anything with hyper carry. You can also use her on a team that does have two DPSs, just like you can with Ruan Mei. Forgot to mention that, but Ruan Mei also does work really good with dual DPSs. But Sparkle can do that too. If you're running a team that might have two DPSs that might sort of make the team struggle with skill points, she is a fantastic fix for that option. Usually it's best if you are still running a hyper carry and you have someone that's a little on the left side that doesn't really need the skill buff but could still benefit off the stuff that she gives. Someone like Clara. Clara benefits a lot just by being there, and it lets you use your skill too, because Clara's skill is really strong, but for the most part you don't use it because you want to have those skill points for your main DPS, assuming she is in your main DPS in the team. But yeah, again, Sparkle works very, very good on hyper carry teams or very skill point hungry teams. And now for Robin, where does she sort of have a reason to be ran over the others? So there's one team where she is definitely better than any other Harmony support in the game to use, and there's one team where it's sort of arguable. So the best team for Robin, where she works better than any other Harmony supports is the follow-up attack team. The reason for this is, one, everything she provides greatly benefits everyone that is on the follow-up attack team. For this team, for reference, I'm just going to use Topaz, Ratio, Aventurine, and Robin. Every single one of them can benefit from the crit damage. Every single one of them can benefit from the attack percent. Not really Aventurine because he does scale off defense, but that's besides the point. For the most part, unless you have him E6, he's not really your DPS. But everyone on the team benefits from the damage dealt, And everyone on the team absolutely loves the forward action, because you can have a rotation where you do all your follow-up attacks, have all your setup, and then it's Robin's turn, pops you all, now you can do even more follow-up attacks. Robin also works fantastic with this because when you do the follow-up attack, not only are you getting the 25% crit damage dealt, which is again sort of the whatever part, it's the fact that she deals additional physical damage for every time that follow-up attack hits. So if you use someone like Ratio and Robin is in her concerto state, using the skill on Ratio, that first attack will deal additional physical damage, and if he does proc his follow-up attack, that follow-up attack also deals the additional physical damage from Robin. So it is the best team to maximize that sort of damage. Not only that, but in Robin's talent, she does have a thing where she regenerates 2 energy for herself when anyone has an attack hit an enemy. And follow-up attacks are the best way to have the most consistent outputs on attacks. So it is the best team to also have uptime on her ultimate. And now for the other team where it's sort of debatable is actually the Dot team. The one you debate that with is Ruan Mei, because Ruan Mei is practically the best support for the Dot team. But Robin also can now sort of contest that because she also does give damage dealt. She gives attack percent, which Dot characters love attack percent. She does again give crit damage, which is very negligible on that team because crit damage doesn't really benefit Dot characters, but mainly for the fact that she does give the attack percent, the damage dealt. But for the biggest part is actually the forward action on the team, because you do apply dots onto the enemy. The person hitting the enemy on a Dot team isn't where the damage comes, it comes from the enemy's turn with the dots applied to them. So pretty much you apply the dots, Robin ult, the Dot characters up again, they can apply their dot again. So you can get more stacks of dot onto the enemy, dealing more damage, more stacks, longer, all that kind of stuff. So Robin, for that reason, can actually contest Ruan Mei for being the best support on there. My view on it is honestly, it's just personal preference. Do you prefer the fact that Ruan Mei benefits the entire team so much from what they do, from their initial damage, mainly giving them speed so they can have more turns to attack more? Or do you prefer the attack percent Robin gives and the fact that you can apply additional dot and deal additional physical damage? I don't really think one is better than the other on the team. I definitely think they're both on the equal side. And so yeah, that is practically it. TLDR, mainly, Robin does not replace either of the two. I still think Sparkle and Ruan Mei have a higher priority. Robin is just better on the fall team, that is factual. And then on the Dot team, it's just sort of debatable with Ruan Mei and Robin. Outside of that, Robin is still very much being able to be used on any team you want. But again, she doesn't replace the other two. That's it. Let me know, do you guys prefer using Robin over the other two? Me personally, I still love using Sparkle the most. She's still my favorite Harmony support. Nothing comes close to it. Follow-up team is my favorite, so Robin is on that team. But Sparkle overall is still just my favorite support. But yeah, let me know, and peace out.